Manny!
What's up, SUVOZ? How y'all doing?
What up?
That wasn't good enough. I said, SUVOZ, how y'all doing?
What up?
It's a little brighter here than usual. That's good. Any Alice in Chains fans in here?
Oh yeah, the rock band, they're awesome.
Yeah. So Lane Staley was the lead singer of Alice in Chains up until he was, it was a tragic loss. He died. We're not gonna get right. Rest in Lane Staley. Amazing human being, amazing singer. He inspired this poem. I actually titled it after him. It's Lane Staley. The reason why I titled the poem after him is because when I was going through some really dark and depressing shit, I wrote this poem, and it's not one of my best ones, but I like it because I feel like it hits home. And even to this day, like I read it and I'm just like, man, this shit doesn't even apply to me. Half the stuff he went through doesn't even apply to me, but you can feel the anger, you can feel the depression, you can feel the substance abuse, you can feel everything that was coming out of his mouth. Every time he grabbed the microphone, or every time he started singing, you could feel all that shit coming out, and you're just like, damn, that's how can I get that out? Like, how can I feel that shit, you know? You listen to their songs, like my favorite song from them is Wood. It's always been my favorite song. It probably always will be, because it just when I listen to that song, just like you can feel this man singing. And I dedicate this poem to him. And I only have 5 minutes, so I'm probably just gonna read this one. I don't know. I don't really have anything else prepared, but let me stop talking. Lane Staley. All right. Would you panic if you woke up on the floor instead of your bed? Do you ever battle with reality and dream of being dead? Is it better to live fast and die young? Or is it better to wait and travel the world when you are older instead? Do her legs quiver at every slip of your tongue? Is it because of your devilish looks? Or because of the way you play with her body like the guitars you strum? Does a drug addict have a place waiting for him in heaven? When reminiscing about your childhood, are there any regrets you had before the age of 7? Is it torture every time you open up your eyes from a wonderful dream? Does life actually seem like what you thought it would be? Are you happy when you do things and you are not seen? Do you live to be happy or for the satisfaction that comes with the greed? How many people in your life have to die before you can no longer take it? Have the thoughts of suicide clouding your judgment? Is it better to be a lonely man with the abuse of this substance? Or have no material things and have love in abundance? Who is the worst individual you've ever met in your life? Does it often feel like it's the man in the mirror who causes all of your strife? Do you get a rush of seeing blood drip from the edge of this knife? Is the rush of adrenaline pumping through your ice cold veins pleasing to the senses? Why would anyone put themselves through such agony and the consequences of such pretenses? Does it comfort you to know that your ending will be remembered for being so senseless? Does it bother you at all knowing you will be sorely missed? Did you know that the little girl you will leave behind will miss daddy's kiss? How is she supposed to understand what happened to you when she was only a child? Will she grow up too fast and one day end up on trial? Why is it okay for you to leave? Will you reconsider and maybe wait a while? Is it too much to ask that you set aside your personal demons? Are you capable of comforting your wife with a charming smile? Can you learn to love another if not yourself? Is the idea of being a father a good enough reason? Do you understand that the negative thoughts are your brain's plan of treatment? Can a good man gone down the wrong path turn back and climb out of his hole? Is the reincarnation of his identity enough to save such a tarnished soul? Ask him again later, when he's finally sober, when he's let go of the knife and he no longer wishes his life was over. That's Lane Staley. I have 1 minute. This will take a minute. This one is called Influence XXX. It's actually unfinished, but I think it sounds good right now.
Brazzers.
Influence. the ability to acknowledge self-confidence, dominance, the key to establishing your accomplishments, consciousness, the ability to preserve some of the innocence, providence, the resources have become so bottomless, countenance, the satisfaction and love of your instruments, reality, has me questioning my sanity, poverty is resulting in fatality, extremity, a necessary evil for some clarity, mortality gives us a sense of finality, sexuality, makes us slaves to that mentality. That's it.
Yeah.